Hey, yo, peace to the family. We had Bill Haney on the show earlier today, and he gave us some good news as it relates to the status of the WBO mandated Devin Haney versus Keyshawn Davis purse bid. Now, as you guys didn't know, on June the 30th, the WBO president Gustavo mandated that Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis had 20 days from the 30th of June, which made it today, May 20th, in order to come up with an agreement to fight each other on the terms, financial terms and everything. Apparently they wasn't able to do that. So now that mandate has expired and it has went to go in the purse bid. So now both men have until July the 27th in order to come to an agreement on who the purse bid split. Now, this is how the purse bid works according to what was told to me by Bill Haney. Bill said that there are going to be several different people coming in to put up money for the fight, to win the bid for the fight. That means Top Rank, which is Keyshawn Davis's promoter. They can put up money to bid for the fight. Matchroom, Eddie Hearn's Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, he can put up money to bid for the fight. Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy, they can put up money to bid for the fight. Al Heyman's PBC can put up money to bid for the fight. Me and you, if we are signed up with the WBO, can put up money to bid for the fight. Who else? Maybe Queensberry, Frank Warren. So how this works is different promotional entities who are registered with the WBO can put money up to win the bid for the fight. Somebody can win the purse bid for $1 million if no one else bids higher than that. That would mean that Keyshawn Davis would get 25% of $1 million and Devin Haney would get the 75%. Now, the purse bid starts at $200,000. Now, we're going to see who's going to bid on it. Now, of course, the highest bidder wins the bid of the fight. Now, if I'm Eddie Hearn, I know Eddie Hearn probably rubbing his hands like the Birdman, like, you know what? I want to win the rights to this fight. Top Rank probably want to win the rights to the fight as well. Now, if it's a purse bid, all the different promotional companies will come together and try to bid on it separately. So we'll see how it works out. Either way it goes, Keyshawn Davis is going to get 25%. But what I'm hearing is like, according to Shakur, he said, he told Chris Mannix or someone that he was interviewing, said that he heard that according to what he Devin Haney is going to drop the belt because he don't want to fight Keyshawn, because he don't want to lose to Keyshawn. He rather fight him over at Zuffa and lose to him rather than lose to Keyshawn Davis.
Keyshawn became their mandatory, and when Keyshawn became their mandatory, they started mentioning my name, like, oh, we want to fight Shakur, we'll fight the big bro, and once they did that is where it's like I felt like they was kind of trying to run away from the Keyshawn, and they would rather lose to me than Keyshawn. So I'm like, shit, however y'all want it, I'm down.
So apparently Shakur Stevenson, I don't know who his sources are, or he just flat out lying, and he has a good habit of doing that as of late. Devin Haney is not dropping the belt according to Bill Haney, and this fight is going to purse bid. I think by this fight going to a purse bid, it is proof that Devin Haney is not dropping the belt, because he could have just dropped it now and then just went on to Zuffa, because he's quote unquote afraid to lose to Keyshawn Davis. So according to Shakur Stevenson, it's a foregone conclusion that Devin Haney is going to lose to Keyshawn, and he's afraid of him.
Keyshawn really my cheat code. Like, he's my cheat code. Like, I be sparring with him where it's like it's high level. Like, I feel like me and him, to me, is like the best fighters in the sport of boxing. I don't really believe there's any better fighters in the sport right now than like me and Keyshawn. And I was just watching like me and Keyshawn fights from January 31st, and both of us, like, I see like the level. So he's like a cheat code. Like, if I'm getting in the ring and working with that nigga, and I go in the ring with these dudes that's not as good as him, because I don't believe Devin is as good as him. So like I said, it's all, however it go. If me or Key get the fight, I'm cool with it either way.
That could be the furthest thing from the truth, because if Shakur was right about what he's saying, then we wouldn't be having this conversation right now in this video. So let's move on. So now I'm anxious to see who is going to bid on the fight. This is pretty good news for the Haneys, as Haneys have several different options. They have the Zuffa deal still on the table. but Devin Haney doesn't want to drop his belt. And I shot a video about probably 3-4 weeks ago, and I said the worst thing that the Haneys can do, not 3-4 weeks ago, probably about 2 weeks ago, I said I gave compelling reasons why Devin Haney should not drop his belt. You can't drop your belt based on a guy who has not physically signed a contract to say he's going to fight you next. According to what the guy who I'm referring to, which is Shakur Stevenson, told Chris Mannix, told Ariel Hawani, he said that he did not sign a contract to fight Devin Haney over at Zuffa. He said that he just agreed that he would fight him at 144.
And have you agreed to it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
For sure.
Have you signed?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. And has he?
Oh, I don't know on his part.
Wait, so you signed a contract to fight Devin Haney in October?
I was told that, I'm not going to say signed, but I definitely verbally agreed that we're going to be fighting in October. And I told them, put my part down.
Agreeing, and he said he agreed verbally. Agreeing verbally and actually putting signature to paper, stipulating that or confirming that is two different things. And my argument was this. What if Devin Haney dropped the belt based on what Shakur said, thinking that he's going to get a fight with Shakur, and then he go over there to sign with Zuffa to sign to fight Shakur, and Shakur changes his mind and wants to add another stipulation, weight rehydration clause, baby mama clause, cousin clause. You can't wear this, you can't do that. And I'm like, it's just not worth it. It's best to fight the bird in the hand, Keyshawn Davis, especially since everyone thinks that Keyshawn is going to be the one to beat you anyways. As long as people think this is the guy that's going to beat you, it's going to make the fight bigger. Now, Keyshawn Davis could very well beat Devin Haney. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Devin Haney could very well beat Keyshawn Davis. This is why we need to see the fight. But it's good news that Devin Haney is like, you know what? I'm going to do the total opposite of what my critics are saying. And no, I'm going to fight this guy. I'm not dropping my belt because Devin Haney, my argument is this. Devin Haney worked very, very hard in order to get that belt. He beat a hell of a guy in Brian Norman Jr. to get that belt. He beat a hell of a guy. So you work too hard to get the belt just to drop a belt, you know, to not fight a guy because Shakur Stevenson said so. No. You are one of the best fighters in the world, Devin Haney. Keyshawn Davis, you are one of the best fighters in the world, and we need to see that fight. And I think that the Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney fight is a much better fight than Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. Shakur is going to do what he normally does. You see what I'm saying? Jump back, jab, jump back, you know, hop, jump back. They're going to clinch. Referee going to break it up. They're going to reset and do it all over again. You get what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't want to see that fight. From a stylistic standpoint, Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis are both, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson are both pure boxers. Both of them are counter punchers. You get what I'm saying? So you're going to have two pure boxing counter punchers fighting each other. That makes for a boring ass fight. Keyshawn Davis is a stepper. He's coming to prove a point. He's going to try to knock Devin Haney's block off. That's what we need to see. Can Keyshawn Davis knock Devin Haney's block off? He very well can. But guess what? Can Devin Haney knock Keyshawn Davis's block off? He very well can as well. This is why we need to see the fight. From a stylistic standpoint, Keyshawn Davis is a boxer puncher, and he likes to mix it up. And Devin Haney is a pure boxer, but he likes to mix it up sometime as well. We saw him doing with the Jose, Linares, stuff like that, and he did it with Ryan Garcia. It was the wrong strategy, and he ended up, getting dropped 3 times in that fight. He lost, but the fight got overturned because Ryan Garcia popped hot. He cheated. He had drugs in his system. Regardless of whether you think that played a factor or not, is irrelevant. For you to dismiss the cheating is just, you just don't like Devin Haney, and that's fine. You have a right not to like Devin Haney. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Jay Prince made a chess move to try to get Keyshawn to become the mandatory to fight Devin Haney, to throw him off of Shakur Stevenson's trail, right? Because we know that Shakur Stevenson is priority over there, with Jay Prince. So we know that, right? Keyshawn just signed up with Jay Prince. So he is used as a buffer to keep, Devin at bay or whatever the case may be. Devin Haney has a lot to prove. He's going to have to show guys that he is the ultimate champion, and he's willing to fight the guys who they say that he can't beat. So Keyshawn Davis is a hell of a fighter. That's not a cakewalk for anybody. But Keyshawn hasn't fought anybody on Devin Haney's level under the bright lights. Yeah, he sparred people. He sparred my good brother, Bud Crawford. Shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford. Salute to you, brother. And he sparred Keyshawn Davis. But sparring and fighting a top-level fighter under the bright lights is two different things. So we are going to see, can Keyshawn fight under the bright lights? Now, as it relates to the money, I don't get any of it. Keyshawn is going to have to take 25%. That's the reality of the situation. The same 25% that Shakur Stevenson, turned down at 135 to fight Devin Haney for undisputed. That same 35%, he said he was being lowballed. So Shakur is going to have, Keyshawn Davis these are the rules that are set by the WBO. So that lowball offer is coming from the WBO. Irregardless of whether Matchroom wins the purse bid, Top Rank wins the purse bid, Golden Boy wins the purse bid, PBC wins the purse bid, or Queensberry wins the purse bid, Keyshawn is going to only get 25% of whatever number that is, whatever number that wins the purse bid, he's going to get 25% of that, and Devin is going to get the lion's share of it. That's the reality of the situation. Jay Prince is going to have to try to get someone that's going to offer them a lot of money in order for Keyshawn to get the type of money that he wants, because he's making $750,000, maybe $1 million at Top Rank, something of that sort, probably $1.5 million, maybe, you know what I mean? And by the time Jay Prince get his cut and Top Rank get their cut, taxes, and you got to pay his team, he's going to walk away with less than $1 million. That's what he's fighting Devin Haney for. Now, if you're a Keyshawn Davis, take that fight. Yeah, you're not making the money that you want. You're getting paid peanuts or whatever that number may be, but take that fight. Why you should take that fight? Because bet on yourself. If you think you can beat them, take the short money, take that 25% or whoever wins that purse bid, and see how it works out. And if you win, then guess what? You will be the guy that's on top, and you will be on the pound for pound list. So my advice to Keyshawn, take that 25%, son, and try to knock Devin Haney's block off and show the world that you are him. You got experience from sparring your play brother, Shakur Stevenson, and you got experience from sparring, one of the greatest fighter of this era, Terrence Bud Crawford. And see, can you take those sparring sessions into the ring under the bright lights and beat Devin Haney's ass? If you're Devin Haney, you got to show motherfuckers that you're not what they thought you were. They think that soft chinny, this and that, yada, 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 yada. So you beat Brian Norman Jr., who is a hell of a fighter. He got putting people in comas and have them losing their memory up to 6 weeks of their memory. And then if you turn around and beat Keyshawn Davis, you know what I mean? There's nothing that no one can say. And that's if you can beat him. And that's if Keyshawn can beat Devin Haney. So you go ahead and do that, then that'll make it that much intriguing. Do you get what I'm saying? You shut up. Well, you won't shut the people up, because the people who don't like you still not going to like you. It's nothing that you're going to do that's going to make them like you. So it ain't about that. It's about legacy, getting your money, and proving the doubters wrong. And then you can go on camera, just smile and say, yeah, you get what I'm saying? And then go do it all over again. So we'll see exactly how this plays out. As me being a boxing fan, this is good news. This fits my boxing criteria. My boxing criteria is this. I have 5. What is the level of competition that you have fought? I think Keyshawn Davis is a high level of competition for Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney is a high level of competition for Keyshawn Davis. How many top 10 fighters have you fought? I think Keyshawn Davis is a top 10 fighter in the welterweight division. He's the number 1 guy. He's the mandatory. And of course, Devin Haney is a top 10 fighter in the welterweight division. And is a top 10 fighter on the pound for pound list. Did you dominate the weight division? Both of those guys have just got there. So we're going to see if Devin Haney and Keyshawn stay, in that weight division for a long time, or any fighter. Do you get what I'm saying? Did you dominate the weight division? In order to do that, what do you have to do? You have to fight the best in the division. You got to fight all the top guys in the division, or most of them, or however many that rises up. You got to knock them down. Very similar to what Marvin Hagler did. Very similar to what Bernard Hopkins did. And how many career-defining fights have you had? Well, this fight between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis is a career-defining fight for both guys. So this is legacy. This is my boxing criteria that I go by when I judge a fighter. I don't care about what city he's from. I don't care if he has nice braids. I don't care if he's light-skinned. I don't care how many social media followers he have. I don't care how many YouTube channels who cap for him. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about your race, nationality, color, or creed. My nigga, do you fit that boxing criteria? And so far, Devin Haney is doing that, and Keyshawn Davis is doing that. And that's all I care about. All the other shit, I let y'all have it. Leave your comments below. Tell me what do you think. Peace.